Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Equinota Show, where I discuss about the problem of food waste. In this episode, I'll be sharing some information about food waste with you. Hit the subscribe button below and let's dive right in. My name is Timothy. I'm a nutritionist and founder of Equinota. I live in Uganda. 1. In most developed countries, over half of all food waste takes place in the home. And this is also being experienced in Uganda, here where I live. Many people waste food at home. And surprisingly, most do not even care much about it. 2. In the home, food waste is worth 700 pounds per year in the average UK family. That is around $2,275 in the USA, which collectively adds up to 14 billion per year. This is a lot of money. In Uganda, we don't have these statistics, but I really think we need to know how much the average Ugandan family wastes in as far as food wastage is concerned. 3. There's enough produce in the world to feed everyone, but people are starving and yet some food is being wasted. It baffles my mind when I read and hear that Uganda is a food basket, but there are so many people starving and there's a lot of malnutrition happening. 4. Globally, 1/3 of all food produced is lost or wasted. This is around 1.3 billion tons of food, costing the global economy close to $940 billion each year. 5. 1 in 9 people do not have enough food to eat. That is 793 million people who are undernourished. This is a lot. 6. Globally, almost half of all fruit and vegetables produced are wasted. That's 3.7 trillion apples. And this is more pronounced with people who are exporting, as they tend to only select for fruits and vegetables that have nice shapes, and those that don't have nice shapes, despite the fact that they're still fit for human consumption, are not considered to be worthy for export, so they are put off and they are discarded. This is all being wasted, which shouldn't be the case. 7. If food waste were a country, it would be the 3rd biggest emitter of greenhouse gases after USA and China. This is the big statistic that should make us think about how much tragedy we are making in the planet. 8. It takes 25 years for a head of lettuce to decompose in landfill. So when you think about this, it should resonate in your mind that a simple action of, let me say, just throwing a small piece of food is going to over time contribute a lot to climate change, in that if it's taking 25 years for a head of lettuce to decompose in the landfill, that means over that time a lot of gas is being put in the atmosphere, and in the long run it is something that contributes to climate change. 9. The global volume of food wasted is estimated at 1.6 billion tons of primary product equivalents. Total food wastage for the edible part of this amounts to 1.3 billion tons. Can you imagine? 1.3 billion tons of food could be eaten, but it is being wasted. 10. A low percentage of all food wasted is composted. Much of it ends up in landfills and represents a large part of municipal solid waste. Methane emissions from landfills represents one of the largest sources of greenhouse gas emissions from the waste sector. This is in relation to a point I talked about earlier, and it's very clear. So with that, I guess we can learn something about food waste. If you found this video resourceful, I would really appreciate if you like, comment, and share within your network. I've been showing you River Nile in the background, and if you'd like to visit it, whether you're in Uganda or not in Uganda, you can kindly contact me at Explore Your World, and the profits that shall come from this will be used to operationalize the activities of the Econuta Food Waste Initiative. Thank you for listening, and remember that showing love to humanity by fighting food waste is the struggle. Hasta la vista.